Hi, this is Dan Regan, your anxiety management coach from www.abolishanxiety.com. And I'm just doing a super quick video because today I've been reading a new research paper that's come out from the University of Cambridge, and they've been looking into the prevalence of anxiety disorders. And they found that women are more than twice as likely as men to struggle with an anxiety disorder, and that women and people under the age of 35 are the most likely to be at risk of anxiety disorders. And they estimate that 4 in every 100 people have anxiety, and that could be even up to 60 million people across the EU. So these are incredible numbers. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter your gender, how old you are, your circumstances. What's important is how you can find the most effective ways to move from struggling with anxiety or an anxiety disorder to being able to do things how you want to do things, feeling calm, confident, and in control. So here are 3 ways that you can start putting into place right now that I think will really help you if you currently struggle with an anxiety disorder. So the first thing I suggest is that you need to find some mental kind of space from that anxiety. Anxiety has a way of filling any kind of vacuums in thought, of filling your quiet moments, and you get this kind of constant cycle of the more you feel anxious, the more you have anxious thoughts, the more you have anxious thoughts, the more anxious you feel, and it kind of fuels itself, keeps itself going, and it can feel all-encompassing. It can feel like who you are. It can feel like it's every part of you, there all the time, taking over your life. And so to start unwinding that and to start relearning feeling calm and in control, you can start to give your mind some time off from all anxiety. And from the feedback I get from people I work with and people who've downloaded it, I would suggest you head over to my website. I'll put a link below and get the free audio, the anxiety relief audio that's there. So for 20 minutes a day, you can just calm everything down mentally, physically, and start to add a bit of daylight into the gloom, the dread of all that anxiety. Number 2, when you start to feel anxious, essentially your body, your mind get you ready to deal with any threats that come away. And obviously these tend to be, in this day and age, perceived threats. Your mind, your body react in the same way. They get you ready for action. Your heart rate increases, you start breathing fast, you feel hot, shaky, sweaty. Your body's ready to kind of do something, to fight something, to run away from something, take action of some sort. Your mind's on edge, it's looking for ways to escape, it's looking for what could be that threat. And of course then that cycle's building itself up. So respond to that signal. Your body is craving you to essentially use your muscles in some way. So if you get out to exercise, go for a 10-minute brisk walk. Just get out there, whether you go with someone or go on your own, whether you go somewhere quiet, somewhere busier, whatever feels most comfortable. Just get out that door, go for that walk. Keep those eyes up, notice things around you, notice buildings, birds, people, notice whatever you like, but have that focus outside of yourself and take that physical action. If you're used to exercise, but anxiety and your anxiety disorder has kind of pulled you back from that, so you've stopped going, then get back into it. It's only that first bit of getting out there, getting it done and getting back into it, that's the hurdle. Once you're there, you'll start enjoying it again. You'll reconnect to that feeling. Generally, when people have exercised, whatever their background, whether they've got anxiety or not, afterwards they feel so much better and they're so glad they did it. So respond to that signal, take physical action, and you'll start to feel much better very quickly. And the third thing that you can start doing today is to start challenging those anxious thoughts. They're running through your mind. They might feel like your mind never switches off, like it goes 100 miles an hour. Might be there all day or night, whether it's in the background, the foreground. Your mind feels all those anxious thoughts, and what we tend to do is just go with them. We get some worst case scenario in our mind, we get that feeling, and we just keep playing it without ever pausing and going, actually, is this likely? What evidence is there for this? Is it likely to happen? What else might happen? What might happen that's okay if that's the worst case scenario? What might be a neutral outcome? What would be okay? What would be a good outcome? What do I want to happen? So start challenging them. Start to recognize that a lot of those things that run through our minds, especially with anxiety disorders, are made up in our heads. They're our imagination on overdrive. And once you learn that it's your imagination, effectively you are habitually making it up through the anxieties driving it, then you can start to actually pause and assess those things, challenge those thoughts, and start to really loosen them up. So those are 3 practical steps that you can take starting today that are really going to help if you're currently struggling with an anxiety disorder. So take the time, re-listen if you need to, download the free audio, put them into place, and you will start feeling better very quickly. And I'll see you on the next video.